Today, I want to show you how to transform your photos into an original oil painting without using GIMP's built-in oil filter in 3 easy steps. If you want to follow along, go ahead and locate this image via the link in the description below. Download it, open it, and if you're ready, well, let's do it. All right, so step number 1 is doing some basic edits to our image here, and we're going to work non-destructively by duplicating this layer, and I'm going to call this edits. And what we want to do first is create some contrast to the image. And I also want to brighten up the blacks and the shadows, since some of the edits we're going to do later on are going to darken those areas. So I want to make them a little brighter right now. So let's go up to colors and select shadows, highlights, and increase the shadow slider here to around 25 to 30. And now for the contrast, we're going to adjust the black and the white points by going to colors, levels, and adjusting the black point to the edge of the histogram and the white point to the edge on the opposite side. Now we're going to go into curves to create an S-curve to add a little bit more punch to the image. So I'm going to take the blacks and the shadows here, and I'm going to drag this down, and the highlights and the whites I'm going to drag up. That creates the S-curve and adds more contrast. All right, so step 2 is sharpening the image and then applying the first step of the oil effect. So let's start off by duplicating this layer. I'm going to call this high pass because we're going to use the high pass filter to sharpen it. So let's go up to filters, enhance, and select high pass. And we're going to increase the standard deviation for 10. You'll have to adjust the setting based on the image you're using. It's not going to work exactly the same for every photo. So if you want to see how much sharpening is being applied, because we are seeing a grayscale right now, and sometimes it's easier to see where that sharpening is being applied, in this case, along the edges of the detail. But if you want to see it in color before you commit to the settings that you apply up here, come down to the blending mode and select overlay to see it in color, and then you can preview it before and after. But what I recommend doing is applying the replace blending option so it's in grayscale. That way you have more flexibility in changing the blending mode to something later on if you decide that doesn't work. All right, let's merge all the visible layers into a new layer by right-clicking and selecting New from Visible. And let's call this one Unsharp Mask, because we are going to do a little bit more sharpening, but with a different tool this time. So back to filters and enhance and select Sharpen Unsharp Mask. For this, I'm going to increase the radius to right around 2 3/4 to 3, whatever you think looks good. This is going to enhance all those pixels and the details in the image, and it's over sharpened for sure. But the next filter we're going to apply is going to take all those pixels and merge and spread them out to create the oil effect. So let's go ahead and apply that, duplicate this layer, and let's call this Curvature Blur. And we need to find the Curvature Blur filter, which is under Blur, and it's Mean Curvature Blur. So from here, again, you can increase or decrease this based on your own creative vision. The lower the iterations, the more detail you're going to see, and the higher, the more it's going to smooth it out and increase the amount of brush strokes to create that oil effect. So I'm going to go right around 20 to 25. You can do whatever you think looks best, and then go ahead and apply it once you're happy with how it looks. All right, so step 3 is enhancing the oil effect now. And what we're going to do is duplicate this layer, and I'm going to call this noise reduction. We're going to reduce the amount of noise, which is going to smooth out the pixels even more than they are right now. So let's go up to filters, enhance, and select noise reduction. And then for the strength, it's going to increase or decrease the effect of this filter, of course. I'm just going to go with the default of 4. And then I'm going to change the blending mode to overlay. And you can see a huge difference now. And I find that's a little too intense. So I'm going to drop the opacity down to around 70 or so. And then we're going to apply GIMP's built-in oil filter to finalize our custom oil painting effect. But if you're wondering why we didn't use this oil filter from the beginning is because the final results are much different from the custom oil painting effect that we're creating now. And I'll show you the difference between applying that oil filter directly on the original layer versus doing it after all the steps we're taking right now. Let's go ahead and right click and select New from Visible. I'm going to call this Oil Fi. And let's go up to Filters, Artistic, and selecting Oil Fi from here. So just with the default settings, there's a huge difference, especially in the hair. So we're enhancing that oil effect by applying the filter at the end. And you can increase the intensity of that effect by increasing the mask radius. I'm going to go back down to around 3 to 5 because I don't want to make it too intense. I'm going to stick with the default and go with that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at how that filter works on the original image layer. And here's my final edit from my original edit that I did prior to this tutorial. And then this is the original image layer that I duplicated. So let's go ahead and apply that oil filter with the exact same settings by going up to Filters and selecting Repeat Oil Fi. And as you can see, the final results are much different versus what we created. And I find this to be more reminiscent of an oil painting versus what GIMP gives us directly from the filter from the beginning. All right, to continue elevating your GIMP editing skills, make sure to subscribe and check out that playlist for more GIMP editing tutorials.